From mirroring the original The Addams Family series to paying homage to Stephen King's bloody scene from Carrie.
They couldn't even spring for real pig's blood.
And lots of spooky details hidden all over the place. The Netflix hit is full of Easter eggs and references that will make you love the series even more. Are you ready to dive in? Let's start, but beware of spoilers. The Two Wednesdays. Yes, aside from Jenna Ortega, there was another actress present in the show who previously portrayed the iconic character, Christina Ricci. She played her own outstanding version of Wednesday years ago in the 90s adaptation of The Addams Family, and she did awesome!
The baby weighs 10 pounds. The cannonball weighs 20 pounds. Which will hit the stone walkway first? 1, 2...
Isn't it cool that Ricci was cast in Tim Burton's Series 2? And what irony that this time around she played Wednesday's biggest opponent, Miss Marilyn Thornhill, fooling all of us that she could be trusted.
So you're only looking out for my best interests?
Always.
Netflix's showrunners did a good job of paying tribute to Ricci's character from the 90s. They wrote several lines for Ortega that only make sense if you watched the Addams Family movies. Like here, for example, when Tyler asked Wednesday if she was ever a Girl Scout, she answered,
I can eat Girl Scouts for breakfast.
While this quote may not be clear at first, it's actually an homage to Ricci's iconic line from the Addams movie.
I'll buy a cup if you buy a box of my delicious Girl Scout cookies. Do we have a deal?
Are they made from real Girl Scouts?
Here's another example. Remember when Tyler's coffee machine was broken and Wednesday fixes it?
Steam-powered guillotine. I built it when I was 10. I wanted to decapitate my dolls more efficiently.
It makes perfect sense if you watched the 1991 Addams Family movie. In it, Christina Ricci is sleeping like a normal girl, but with a decapitated doll. Also later in the Addams Family Values, there's a blood-chilling moment where we see Wednesday's guillotine, the one that she used to decapitate her dolls and, well, not only them.
1, 2...
Children, what are you doing in there?
Playing!
A similar nod was also given later in the archery scene.
Ever shot a bow and arrow before?
Only on live targets.
While most viewers thought it was just another dark joke of Wednesday's, it's actually a callback to Christina Ricci's character, specifically to the scene where her on-screen brother shoots a bird with a bow. And of course, one of the most beautiful and charming homages to Ricci's portrayal of Wednesday was that smile. Let's agree, it was both creepy and kinda satisfying to see Wednesday grinning for the first time in the show. Jenna Ortega's performance was outstanding, no doubt, but before her, it was Christina who scared the hell out of people with a simple smile. What a cutie! Snap twice and the Edgar Allan Poe references. Remember how Wednesday solved the riddle to get behind Edgar Allan Poe's statue? Yes, it was as easy as snapping twice.
Wait, there's a riddle? I thought we just snapped twice.
The next moment, the secret passageway to the Nightshade's meeting place was opened. But did you know that the simple clicking gesture was also an Easter egg? This time it was a tribute to the classic The Addams Family TV show from the 60s, and its iconic intro in particular. Pretty catchy melody, isn't it? No wonder the Netflix showrunners wanted to bring that snapping thing back to our screens. And they also found another way to nod to the intro song. There's a moment in the modern series where Travis calls Wednesday kooky.
Scary, you're just kinda kooky.
I prefer spooky.
And while her answer may sound weird to many of you, there's actually a hidden meaning behind it. Yes, it referenced the lyrics from the intro song.
They're creepy and they're kooky, mysterious and spooky.
See now? Everything in this series is there for a purpose, even the Edgar Allan Poe statue. For those of you guys who missed that, Edgar Allan Poe's a famous writer who is known for his gothic poems and dark detective stories. His style fits the Addams Family aesthetic perfectly. That's why there are so many references to his works in Wednesday. Like, for example, the annual canoe race is called the Poe Cup, and each boat was named after one of his short stories: The Gold Bug, The Black Cat, The Cast of Amontillado, and The Pit and the Pendulum. Then, of course, Nevermore Academy's name also takes its inspiration from Poe's most famous poem, The Raven. The principal's office has some stuffed ravens on her table, and even Wednesday herself looks a lot like the black bird. Her mother even says so.
You're a raven.
Wednesday's psychic ability to see those creepy visions multiplied by the Raven's style kinda brings a Game of Thrones vibe to the show, doesn't it? And finally, the party where Wednesday performed her iconic dance was called, yes, the Raven Dances. No worries, we'll get to that scene soon since it's also full of Easter eggs. But before we do, let's look at some other memorable homages. Apples, roses, and spiders. What unites all these objects, you may ask? These are the iconic attributes of the weirdo Addams Family, so it's pretty cool that Tim Burton's crew put them here and there in the show. Example: the first scene where you see Wednesday's brother, he has an apple stuffed in his mouth. Any ideas why? Simple. This is the exact look he had in the opening of the Addams Family 90s movie. Ropes, shirt, and an apple. Everything's identical. Then the scene where Morticia is pulling the rose heads off mirrors her character doing that in previous adaptations. You don't really pay attention to it at first, but it's just so true to the Addams style. The same can be said about the spiders. Nope, that spooky flashback of Wednesday's birthday and the spider-filled piñata didn't just come from Tim Burton's imagination. It was a direct reference to Wednesday's pet tarantula in the original series and cartoon.
I have a gloomy little spider. I love to sit down close beside her, but a spider's a girl's best friend.
Talking about birthdays, the Netflix's showrunners left a really nice Easter egg of the Addams creator cartoonist, Charles Addams. Remember the scene where Wednesday visits her father in prison? His number on the uniform is actually Charles's birthday. Aw, so sweet. That dance scene was an homage too. Tim Burton loves to pack his projects with tons of Easter eggs. Heck, he even hides references to his own movies. For example, the signs that you can spot in Tyler's coffee shop are nothing but nods to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Big Fish, and Sleepy Hollow. The same goes for the little Beetlejuice taxidermy rodent that's spotted a few times. So it's no shock that in the most memorable scene of the show, Tim Burton hid another surprise for his fans. And this time, he paid tribute to the master of horror himself, Stephen King. There's no way you watched that bloody scene and did not get deja vu. It's a clear mirror to King's iconic moment from his story Carrie. In the movie based on King's novel, a group of girls punished poor Carrie with pig's blood. In Wednesday, there was a specific line to underline the reference and to confirm this isn't a coincidence.
They couldn't even spring for real pig's blood.
See? Told you. Wednesday is packed with things like that. And finally, the Raven dance itself, of course, is a reference to Wednesday's cute dance from the original TV show. If you haven't seen it, we're already jealous of you. Check it out. Which dance is your favorite? The original one or the modern one performed by the talented Jenna Ortega? Or maybe you're more into a TikTok version with Lady Gaga's song instead? Let us know in the comments. Fan of Wednesday? Then we have more for you. Check out these videos too. Support OSSA by sending us super thanks. Just click on the thanks button under the video and choose an amount to donate. And remember, we value each one of you. Thanks for watching us, guys, and stay awesome.